What's up, nephews? I need a rag for my mustache. Oh, shit. All right. Oh. So I'm sure all of you've all have seen the video from Jay, the real deal T, and he's not accepting Lenny's apology. I'm sure you guys have seen all that. I've been noticing lately that Mother has not been joining these lives. Maybe she just jumps in and jumps out. You guys have been really... CG Money 96, Order 66 JT. For what? For what? For what? For what? Someone finally confronting Lenny and calling him out on this shit? That confrontation with JT should tell you something, guys. Okay? That should tell you that the fight between Lenny and Mr. G was never going to happen. And Father kept telling you guys that. So if someone confronts Lenny, they deserve to be ordered 66? I don't understand the thinking. He was talking shit about JT. JT called him out and confronted him. So JT deserves an order 66. I don't get that. I don't get it. We're not talking about Genova here. You know, we're not talking about Broke Malone confronting Genova. What are we talking about? Yes, I saw the video that JT made. Listen, CG Money 96. I understand fully well that the trolls are going to do what the trolls are going to do, but no one's telling them to do anything. Jay, Father's not telling him to do a thing. I'm not saying anything. That's between JT and Lenny. Let them settle it like men. That's between them two. Just like, you know, the things that happen between Father and Dale, they're both grown men. They can figure it out. You guys want to order 66 JT, you're nothing but a bunch of fucking 7th graders. You got nothing better to do in your life than order 66 somebody? Whatever you say, CG Money 96, whatever you say. Father is here. He's just concentrating on resting. As well as he should. Farewell and adieu to ye fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu to you ladies of Spain. See how this goes. Jay's Lat Lot Lizard. You requested to go live. Oh, now you fucking disappeared? If you, okay, here's the thing. If you're unable to join Jay's Last Lot Lizard, if I'm not mistaken, that means that you either have people on here that are blocked or people that are on here have you blocked. Just saying, that's usually how that works. Either you've got people on here blocked or someone has you blocked. Let's try it one more time.
There it is. Me, Tortilla
And there
Man.
it is.
Is Father gonna hop on with you? I want to hear his shit on JT.
Father has nothing to say about JT. What happened, happened.
You think he would approve a little bit of dropping where he works in the chat? Would Father approve that?
What happened?
I think I know where he works. I got a few DMs asking around, and I think I got it.
Man, leave that shit alone, man.
That's why I was waiting for Father. I DM'd him asking if he wanted that shit.
Let Lenny and JT settle this like men. Everyone, just stay out of it. I mean, come on.
Isn't JT like Lenny's age?
What the only thing that's going to end up happening is nothing. Sorry, guys. Nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to happen. Father just called him a fucking liar. Everyone needs to leave JT alone. Hell, leave Lenny alone. Leave them both alone. They're both grown men. They can figure it out. Just leave it alone. It'll grow. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. They've called down the thunder and they've got it.
Hey, that last guy is talking out his ass, saying he sent me DMs. That's why I wanted to jump on here right away and say he's a fucking liar. He's trying to pretend to be someone in one of our private chat groups. Did you notice that?
There has been no talk of doxing going on in any of the fucking chat groups. That shit's over, bro. That shit's over.
While I'm on here, don't even mention that person's name. I've disabled those 2 letters from my keyboard until this shit is over. If you get my drift.
I'll keep reiterating, they're both grown men. They can figure it out. They don't need anyone's help.
That's enough. Not while I'm on here. While I'm on here, I don't even want to talk about it. I want no association with the thing or the non-thing. None.
You know, the thing.
The non-thing.
Yeah. You know, the non-thing.
Right. My camera's not angled right, but I got my shirt on.
Oh, look at that. Warms my heart. There you go. That warms my heart.
Now, you were mentioning maybe we need to drop the word the, just make it a Sons of Masters shirt?
Yes.
Okay. I'm good with that, because then we could shorten, then, you know, people could say SOM and we would know what they were talking about. I don't want to say TSOM.
Yeah. We can also do like a WWFW. What would Father do? No, WWFD. What would Father do?
Right.
We don't talk about the thing.
The non-thing.
The non-thing.
The Son of Sam has a better ring to it. And considering I just picked up a 44 special, I do have the Son of Sam weapon. So I want to address the fans on my health. I did not have a stroke. I don't know what kind of health anomaly I had. It appears like I lost consciousness for a few moments. I thought I was conscious during the whole thing. I believe I was thinking, when you see my eyes roll back in my head, I believe I was still conscious because I was fighting going under. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I don't want to argue about that. I think the whole reason that episode got bad is because I was fighting the coughing, something you shouldn't do. I was trying not to cough because I was on camera. And I should have just let nature take its course and coughed. And I think what I did by fighting the cough, I wasn't taking in any air. Because when you cough, you do take in a little bit of air. So if I did lose consciousness for a few moments, that was just the body protecting me because it needed me to stop fighting the cough. And that was 100% respiratory. As you can tell, I'm having a cold beer. I don't blame what happened on alcohol one bit. I blame it 100% on my binge smoking. You know, I'm really bad with cigarettes when I get drunk. I go buy a pack. Here's the deal. Let's say I buy some beer, and I'm in denial about how much beer I'm going to drink that night, okay? I wind up running out of beer, going back to the store for more beer. That's when I buy cigarettes. So I wind up having an entire pack of cigarettes after I'm already drunk. And I wound up chain smoking. I wake up the next morning to an empty pack. I used to wake up to like half a pack. You know what I'm saying? Then I would throw them away and then not smoke for 2 more days or sometimes 3 more days. Well, I went through a little rough period where I was celebrating too much, and I think I was smoking, every other day at a minimum. I think that when I saw you last, I think I smoked 3 days in a row.
God damn.
Yeah, and that isn't me. So I'm not gonna blame this. I'm ready to blame fucking cigarettes because I haven't had a smoke since Monday night. And I've been just sweating out fucking toxins. And I did a little research on nicotine withdrawal. And the toxins from inhaling smoke do exit through your skin.
Yeah.
Anybody who doesn't believe me, Google it. It's not like something that leaves your body through your urine or through your hair. It comes out your pores, toxins from smoking. So like the past 2 days, I've been constantly perspiring, even if I'm in an ice cold room or an ice cold truck. And it's gross. You feel kind of greasy, even if you just showered. Your skin has that, like you were in the bar last night, feel to it. If everyone knows what that feels like. When you wake up the next day and you got to shower the bar off you, that's the goddamn cigarettes. That's what that feeling is. So, you know, should I be testing the waters, you know, on my third day of no cigarettes, having a beer? Probably not. But you know what? If I go get smokes tonight, deserve what I get. I either got to draw a line in the sand and say, you know what? I've had enough. Or I can choose to die. And I'll tell you what, I hope for the better outcome, but if the other one happens, I'm not even going to know it happened. So what the fuck?
Myself, I always have a rule of thumb just for myself. I'll go. I know that I can only have a pack of cigarettes in a span of 48 hours. If I go and buy a pack the very next day, I know I'm smoking way too much. Way too much. This is the same pack I got on Tuesday night. This is the same pack.
Yeah. See, I started out smoking only when I was drunk. And it's still the same, but now I smoke more when I'm drunk. You know, there were, like, you know, back in the old days, I might have had 3 cigarettes and gotten such a head buzz, you know, I didn't need any more. Well, now I can chain smoke when I'm drunk. That's not healthy. Just lighten up one right after another after you've been drinking all night. So, I've had enough.
You need to smoke my dad's brand. You need Parliament 100s. You told me that was a woman's cigarette.
I don't want to ever smoke again. I think it's a dirty, filthy habit. So.
At the end of this month, I'll quit smoking cigarettes and get back to the cigars.
Yeah. That's a slippery slope for me because I have an addictive personality.
My addictive personality, I have to worry about food and eating like a fucking asshole.
And cock.
Don't be so judgy.
Don't set me up so easy.
You know, just because the wife puts on a strap on, I mean, come on.
Well, that don't make you gay.
There's still only 2 testicles involved.
Right. She's got ovaries, hopefully. And it's a plastic dick. If you got 2 ovaries pushing a plastic dick in and out of your ass, you're not a faggot. Oh. Who the hell is Elizabeth? Nobody under the age of 40 got that joke. Elizabeth, there used to be a show on in the 1970s starring Red Fox as Fred Sanford, and the name of the show was Sanford and Son. And every time Fred Sanford would get upset, he would fake a heart attack, grab his chest, put the other hand up in the air, and say, Elizabeth,
Elizabeth!
This is the big one. Right. So that's how scared I was that night. I was making a joke. I knew it was just a coughing fit. So.
Right. Even towards the end, Jay, you'll make a joke. Even towards the end.
Right.
Oh, shit.
So anyway.
I'm having your recommendation. This is and yes, I'm drinking out of a pirate skull.
Nice.
This is the go-to Tonight I got the Kraken, which is 94%. It's a dark rum.
Careful.
The,
no, it's a spice rum, isn't it? It's a spice. It's not a dark rum. It's a spiced rum.
I don't know why it says dark rum on the damn bottle, but...
Then I'm mistaken. I thought it was a spiced rum.
With the Canada Dry Zero Cranberry.
Oh, I see one of the fake...
good news!
I see one of the fake Pomps accounts, unless it's Gorilla Juice, that EdwardVic.18, that little Spanish dude that's always on Gorilla Juice's post and always on Pomps' post. EdwardVic.18.
He's always viewing my stories.
Yeah, that's Pomps or Gorilla Juice, one of the two. Flip a coin. Or we could just blame McCuck. That's always fun too. It doesn't even have to be true.
Now, careful, Jay. He's a busy man. He's on the road often. He's got a family. You know, we don't need him waking up to 50 DMs. You know.
That's another thing. After what happened with Pomps, what? That's going on 2 weeks now, right? When Pomps blew up and deleted his Gere Division account.
And other fake accounts.
McCuck just swallowed all that and didn't go live to discuss it. And then with what happened with Lenny the other day, McCuck just swallowed that and didn't go live? What's going on? How can McCuck swallow all this without offering his... Oh, I know what you're going to say. He's able to use his Transform X account.
I wasn't going to say that, but it's interesting how Transform X has a lot to say. And by the way, I need to reiterate something. Jay has not done a live talking about Brad's family, and we will not go into detail. Brad's family. He's talked about Brad.
Right.
He hasn't talked about Brad's family, and it's interesting how assholes on the outside, they want to continue to bring up Brad's family. Well, guess what? That makes Transform X the asshole. That makes him the asshole today. So go ahead, Transform X. Keep doing it. Keep posting those little snippets of everything, you know, shit in the past and everything. Go ahead. Go ahead and just make you the asshole. Because the conversations that I had privately with Brad just wants it to stop. He wants it to go the fuck away. And you assholes on the outside, you want to keep bringing it up, and that's all that it makes you. It makes you the asshole. It makes you wrong. We've moved on. Everyone's moved on. Except for the assholes on the outside.
Well, they have no other content except to try and make me look bad. I mean, how many views does Transform X get? Slightly more than McCuck? Slightly?
I'm going to say this. I'll give you a barometer. On my two Cuban accounts, which pretty much everything that I post is awful, right? One account has over 600 followers. The other account has over 500. And the stories that I post, they'll get maybe 100 plus views. That's it. It doesn't go into 150. It doesn't go into 200. And again, here's the barometer. One account has over 600 followers and the other one has over 500. So that's the barometer. How many people does Transform X have following him presently? 300?
I don't know.
So how many views is he really getting?
I don't know. And you got to look at Transform X. Of all the views he gets, how many are fake McLeod accounts? How many are fake Pomps accounts? how many are fake Hamburg accounts? Who else is in the Losers Club?
And that's another thing that has surprised me so far. With, for instance, what's happened with what are we calling it? The thing,
or the non-thing?
What we're calling the non-thing. I'm actually shocked. I'm actually beside myself that Hamburg hasn't put in his 2 cents, because he loves Lenny. He loves Lenny. He loves Pop. Nothing.
It should be,
Nothing.
Hamburg should be going live saying, I love this person. He's a really good guy, but I also love this other guy. He's a good guy. Come on. Can we all be friends?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. But Transform X has plenty to say.
Well, that's because he's a nameless, faceless troll. He has no accountability, no responsibility. He's just offering an opinion that's not valid because he's nameless and faceless.
Jay, did I show you this? I got this because of you.
Yeah. Dude, I'm not the biggest hockey fan in the world. You know my pick.
The introduction to this book is written by the comedian actor Mike Myers, who is a huge hockey fan.
He's Canadian.
He states in the introduction that hockey is literally the greatest sport on earth. It incorporates every other sport. You can name it. Basketball, football, baseball. It incorporates all the sports.
I guess it depends where you grew up. I like college football because college football is a continuation of the Civil War. You got the states going against each other. And I like it.
That's a good point. That's really a good point.
Who doesn't want to see Alabama and Michigan? Everyone wants to see that game, especially people that hate Michigan.
And the rivalries in college football. I'll give the nephews and the sons an example. For instance, because I had a friend that was from Missouri, there is a huge rivalry between, as far as like the state of Missouri and the state of Kansas. For instance, in Missouri, you have the football team that's Kansas, that's in Missouri. Then you have Kansas State, and that's a huge rivalry. And it's just as, for instance,
Kansas Chiefs are in Missouri. You're mixing pro football with college. Kansas City Chiefs are in Missouri.
So there isn't, so the Kansas College itself, not Kansas State, is located in Kansas?
There's a Kansas Jayhawks, which is the University of Kansas, or maybe Kansas University, I'm not exactly sure. It's either U of K or KU. And then there's Kansas.
Here.
Yeah. No, but I understand what you're saying, because Kansas City, right through downtown, like the other side of the street, is a different state. But it doesn't really apply to college football.
Oh. But Michigan and Ohio State does. Most definitely. Holy shit.
And you brought it up the other day, the Catholics and the convicts. Miami, Notre Dame.
Freaking Indiana, man.
You know,
I'll never forget. Either you and I were talking on the phone, or you had said it in a live, how beside yourself you were. You were in the state of Indiana at the time. and you were shocked and horrified that you went into either a local gas station or a local, little, we can call it a Cumberland Farms, a Quick Stop, a 7-Eleven, whatever it was. You're in the state of Indiana, and you're like, so in the state of Indiana, these establishments cannot sell cold beer. In order to have cold beer, you got to purchase the beer at room temperature. Then you have to buy ice, and you have to cool it down first.
Right.
What kind of communist bunch of pinko shit is that?
Well, it's a very discriminatory law. You're assuming everybody. It's only on Sundays, and it's a law that assumes everybody is Christian, and everybody goes to church on Sunday. So I think it's an outdated law. And you know me, I'm not woke. I'm not woke at all. But no, I don't like a law that's exclusionary to every other religion in the world except Christianity. Come on, man. That's stupid.
And this goes back to where politically you and I are on the same page as far as America. What was great about America, or what can still be great about America, is choices. As soon as you eliminate a choice, it's no longer America.
You know, a lot of your laws that used to prohibit beer or alcohol on Sundays were old laws from the farming days, so that the women folk could get their men to church and they wouldn't run to town and get alcohol.
I still remember the days here in Florida, which I know it doesn't exist anymore, but I still remember back in the 80s and 90s, in the state of Florida, you could not buy alcohol before either 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. And if you needed to buy alcohol,
Military Trail, you had to go west of Military Trail, out to the unincorporated areas.
Well, I know that here locally, for instance, here in Palm Beach County, and I'm sure you're familiar with the area, Congress Avenue between Southern Boulevard and Gun Club, there used to be a Cuban little store there off in the cut, how people say off in the cut right there. And as far as myself, I knew that was the place that I could go to on a Sunday morning and, buy a 6-pack or a 12-pack of beer. And the guy behind the counter, who would be Cuban, he would always say, we're gonna put it in that brown bag for you. We're gonna put it in a brown bag for you, okay?
I just gotta blow my nose.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Farewell and adieu to ye fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu to you ladies of Spain. For we have received orders to return back to England.
After you posted that earlier today, I watched a couple YouTube videos about Jaws, and I learned a couple things about Jaws that I never knew. And because Jaws is one of the best movies ever. I mean, Jaws has probably impacted American culture more than any other movie in the history of America. I mean, when that movie came out, people were afraid to go in the swimming pool at night. But the scene where Robert Shaw talks about being on the USS Indianapolis, they gave him that scene. And I didn't know that Robert Shaw had written several novels, was an award-winning playwright.
Shakespeare, everything. The guy has a resume, Jay. Resume.
Yeah.
Continue.
What they said is they said he knew his way around a typewriter. So they handed him the rough draft of the USS Indianapolis speech. And the guy telling the story, he said one night, we were all having dinner, and that scene, the filming was going to be in a couple of days. And Robert Shaw at dinner at a restaurant stood up and did this scene that he had rewrote. And I guess Spielberg said, that's the version we're going to shoot.
Sometimes it's just like in football. Sometimes you got to let your players play.
Yeah.
And there are plenty of directors out there that have stories where they have great actors in front of them. For instance, there's a movie with Richard Gere and
he took a ferret in the butt.
Hold on. Richard Gere and Anthony Hopkins. Okay? I could be mistaken. But there's a scene in that movie where Anthony Hopkins is at the top of the stairs. He forgets his lines. And he comes down from the stairs. He's got guns in his hands. And he just ad-libs that whole scene. It was cut, print. No one questioned it.
Right.
Sometimes you got to let your players play. And Brian Shaw, because of Jaws, I researched as far as anything that he ever did. I had,
He's a strong man. Robert Shaw. Brian Shaw does World's Strongest Man.
I've been drinking. I got an excuse.
And sucking cock.
Oh, don't be so judgy. Again, you're so judgy.
Oh.
See, that's why the fans love me. You got to let everyone have their fun.
You know what else I learned today about Jaws? The scene where the chief of police says we're going to need a bigger boat. That was ad-libbed. That was not in the script.
There was that scene where you see Robert Shaw sitting in that stationary seat with the rod and the reel, and he straps himself in and everything, and he has to yell at
Hooper.
He has to yell at Hooper. And apparently that scene, he was like near death. He was so seasick.
Yeah, I've seen that same story.
And for him to do all that, what a pro. What a fucking pro. Holy shit.
Yeah, I guess him and Richard Dreyfuss had a really cool relationship on the filming of that. Richard Dreyfuss says in private, he was the kindest, gentlest, most wonderful man. But the minute we got on set, he turned into a prick, and all of his rage was aimed at me. The guy was a method actor. Isn't that what they call that? Where they go into character? Isn't that called method acting?
A man who is notorious for method acting is Nick Nolte. Does anyone remember there was a movie that Nick Nolte did with Bette Midler, and I forgot the other actor that was in it, where he down and out in Beverly Hills, he played a bum, a homeless person. And man, Nick Nolte took it to heart. He didn't bathe for fucking days, wore the same fucking clothes. Bette Midler is just bitching every day on set, you know, that he's taking it way too fucking seriously and this and that. It's Nick Nolte. It's Nick Nolte.
She's an Obama cunt.
I hope she lives forever, because the moment she dies, they're going to praise her. All these films that she's done, all this music and everything, and the awards that she's won and everything. They'll fucking immortalize her. That's why she's got to live forever. I hope she lives forever and never fucking dies. So I don't see any fucking tributes to her.
She made one legendary movie where she plays Janis Joplin in The Rose. Wow. Man.
Father, I hate to do this to you. I'm going to turn up the music a little bit, and I gotta get a refill.
All right, I'll try and carry the crowd.
We'll be right back.
Oh. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Oh. I haven't been feeling good. Yeah, I've seen Robert Shaw's son. Doesn't he make appearances playing the character of Quint? Incredible. Oh. Edward Vick got 18. That's got to be Pomps. The only person that talks like that. I thought Pomps would have gotten scared off.
Oh.
Man, my lungs have not been right since COVID.
My mom has that, I forgot what it's called, and I think it's also abbreviated. My mom got COVID last year, and ever since then, she actually has, there's a medical term for it. What's that?
COPD.
She has that now. By the time 1, 2 in the afternoon hits, she's done. She's done. She's got to go fucking lay down. And I'm trying to explain to her, you know, Mom, maybe you want to be a little bit proactive. Go to your doctor and get a fucking oxygen tank. Not to carry around with you or anything, but like when, you know, it's around 11 a.m., 12 p.m., hit the oxygen because you fucking need it. And like I said, by the time 1, 2 in the afternoon hits, she's done, dude. I don't hear from her. She's got to go fucking lay down, and she is done.
Well, you got to have a prescription for oxygen. But I don't think you need a prescription for those machines that make your own oxygen. You know what I'm talking about? Those little machines.
No, I don't.
They make those little machines. I've seen people tow behind them like a little golf cart or a little grocery cart. They actually inhale air, and then they got a tube going to your face, and they extract the pure oxygen out of the air, and you get pure oxygen to your face mask. I don't think you need a prescription for those.
Imagine need an RX for air. Well, yeah.
That's the government. It's illegal to collect your own rainwater.
Jay, did you ever hear about that story about Tom Selleck? Tom Selleck, either last year or the year before last, you're going to love this, because I think he's living in the state of California. And apparently in the state of California, it's actually illegal to collect rainwater.
Right.
And from what I understand, I'm trying to remember all the details, there was like a fire hydrant or something that he was going to, and he was getting water from. And I think the state of California went after him for that. Good for him. Fuck them.
You know, unless you live in the state of Florida where it rains every fucking day, everybody in this country should be collecting rainwater. They make systems where, you know, the gutters from your house go to a downspout and you feed 55-gallon barrels. Everybody should be collecting rainwater. Why the fuck is that illegal? That's the best thing we could ever do for our fucking environment.
And
see, that's the thing. It's not about the environment. It's about the government controlling us.
I think the term is that they subsidize, in the state of California, they subsidize rainwater.
Oh, I was just listening to some freaking state rep or a senator or a state representative running for office up in northern Idaho. And if anybody's ever looked at a map of northern Idaho, it's basically a panhandle that runs in between, I think, Montana and Washington and Oregon, with the steepest part of the. Why'd you roll your eyes like that?
All you had to say was the state. All you had to say was the state of Washington and the state of Oregon. That's all you had to say.
Northern Idaho. That's land you really can't get to. That's why they gave it to Idaho. It's the peaks of the fucking of the Rocky Mountains. Like, anyway, I guess the only way they can get water up there is with dams, and that's where they get their electricity, is hydroelectric power, which is also good for the environment. Hydroelectric power is fucking safe, clean, and renewable. And the lakes that dams provide, you know, and that water goes to the farmers. Land that was desert before you built that dam. Now you got farmers that can grow shit. That's good for the motherfucking environment. Well, you got Democrat motherfuckers that want to take down these dams because they said it's not good for the salmon. They want to put a fish. They want to put a motherfucking fish above collecting water for farmers who can make real food and creating clean, renewable fucking power. I mean, I like salmon as the next guy, but I'm not a salmon. I'm a human being. Well, that could be debated.
Human.
I'm a human.
That reminds me of the scene from The Elephant Man. I'm not an animal! I'm a human being! Anthony Hopkins again.
Say that in a Hamburg accent.
I'm not an animal. I'm a human being. Getting back to what Jay mentioned of that senator or congressman and the water and everything, all that is the government trying to take control of everything and make us dependent on them. That's all that is. They want us completely dependent on them. How's that worked out in Cuba? How has that worked out in Venezuela? Or any other country you can mention that is similar. How's that worked out? Yeah, it's worked out great. People eating garbage next to fucking dogs. Fantastic.
North Korea.
There's no cows in Cuba. They ate all the fucking cows. Some of them even ate fucking horses, okay? How's that worked out?
Now, I'm not opposed to eating a horse. I know people in America couldn't stomach it, but let's just look at horse meat let's just follow the science. Let's just talk about horse meat from a scientific point of view. Animals that can jump have the most creatine. Like, for example, frog legs have more creatine than chicken. Frog legs have an insane amount of creatine. Rabbits have more creatine than a lot of animals. Anything that can jump is generally loaded with creatine.
That's how these black kids out west here in Florida, they get so fast. A lot of people don't know that. These black kids that grow up here in Florida, that live out west here, a lot of them, like for instance, I'm not sure if it's Fort Myers, but these kids, they literally chase rabbits and they catch them. That's how they build up their speed, and then they eat the rabbit. Think about that for a moment. You're chasing rabbits and you're eating rabbits. How in the hell are you not going to get faster?
Aren't you thinking of Rocky 3 when Apollo Creed gets Rocky to chase the chicken?
You're talking about you're talking about the character that's played by Burgess Meredith. Mickey. You're talking about Mickey. Mickey's like, you're gonna catch this chicken.
Oh, I thought it was Apollo that got him to do that.
No. Apollo took him all the way to like the ghetto, which I forgot what city it was, to help him build up his footwork and his speed.
They ran on the beach. I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm calling bullshit on your story about Florida PMs chasing rabbits.
ESPN, even ESPN did a story of it. You're seeing these young black kids, they're chasing these fucking rabbits uphill. They're chasing them and grabbing them and fucking eating them. I'm just saying, even ESPN covered it.
Did I ever tell the story in a live stream about Me shooting that rabbit with a pellet gun?
If you did, I completely forgot.
Oh, fuck. All right.
all right. Now,
All right. A friend of mine loaned me a pellet gun. A real good pellet gun. One of those pellet guns where you pump it 10 times and it's powerful as fuck. But this didn't shoot just your ordinary .177 copper BB. This thing actually shot a 20 caliber pellet only. Okay?
God damn.
.2. And it was pellets only. And these things were shaped like little teeny slugs. So anyway, this thing was pretty fucking deadly. So anyway, I'm hanging out at on my picnic table, and you know, I'm probably drinking beer. You know, back in those days, I didn't smoke cigarettes. I probably had weed. I was a degenerate. So anyway, I'm just chilling. I got my dogs, you know, laying down, being lazy. You know, I had chocolate labs, you know, the old Schabernger days. And all of a sudden, right in front of me, these two rabbits start fucking. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Talk about fucking manners. Can't you fucking rabbits go fuck somewhere else instead of doing it right in front of my motherfucking face? So I grabbed the pellet gun because I loved this pellet gun. It wasn't mine. A buddy loaned it to me. And I was killing every blue jay I could fucking see with this pellet gun. Because I hate blue jays, but that's another story. But anyway, so I take real good aim on these two rabbits fucking. And when you got two rabbits to aim at, you're not going to miss. You know? You just aim for the center of mass, COM, center of mass, and you let it fly. Well, I wound up hitting the female rabbit in the spine, paralyzing the female rabbit. So she falls to the ground and goes limp, but is not dead. The male rabbit continues to fuck her, even though she's been shot and paralyzed. So I'm horrified at not only what I had just done, but what I'm now seeing with my own eyes. Like, what have I become? Look what I've done. I start walking over there. This motherfucker, he's got one corner of his eye. He's looking at me coming, but he's trying to finish. He doesn't want to.
He just keeps going faster. He sees you coming. He just goes faster.
Right. He's trying to get his cut. And I must have got within a few steps before he ran away. Right? So there's this paralyzed female rabbit, traumatized. She's just been shot. She's paralyzed. She can't run. And she's just been brutally fucked. And so I take the butt of this BB gun, the butt of the rifle, and I smash her fucking head with the butt of the rifle, put her out of her misery, and my dogs are just looking at me like, dude, you're fucked up. We're dogs, and we don't even do fucked up shit like that. What you just did is wrong, brother. And so I'm walking back to the picnic table with this dead rabbit, and my dogs won't even look at me. They're I wound up skinning it and eating it. Fuck, I'll eat some rabbit.
Oh. Oh my God. Oh. Oh shit. Oh my God. Oh shit. Oh God.
That little male
Oh,
rabbit,
God.
what a little pervert. Fucking that fucking. Oh.
Oh. What do you feel? What do you feel more guilty about? Letting him get away, or what you done? What do you feel more guilty about? You let him get away, or what you done? Oh shit! Oh my God! Fuck!
The fucked up thing I did that day, I should have put another pellet in that little bunny's brain, but why the fuck did I have to smash her skull with the butt of the gun? That was unnecessary.
Oh.
Where the fuck did that come from?
You were in the moment. That's all that is. You were in the moment. Oh my God. Oh God. Holy shit. I'm sorry. I have this mental picture in my head. You're sitting there, you take aim, you paralyze the female, you get up, the male sees you coming, he just starts fucking faster.
Right.
Oh shit.
Yes.
The mental picture.
Yes. And
Oh my God.
My dogs are laying there just horrified. What the fuck did you just do? You just did something we wouldn't do, and we're dogs.
Oh my God. Oh. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Jay, that's a great story. That's a great story. I'm never going to forget that. The mental picture I have in my head.
Right.
Oh my God.
Once the female gets paralyzed, you got little Dale just going at it.
Oh my God. Oh. And we've come full circle. We mentioned Dale.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
Wasn't the proudest moment of my life, but.
That's a great story. Oh, shit. And we're not talking about, he's not talking about anybody personal. It's just his own experience. Oh. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Good times, good times.
Dude, those chocolate labs I had were so fucking lazy. I used to feed the deer in my yard with corn. I'm sure I've told this story before, how I had them trained like Pavlov's dogs, and when the bucket was empty, I would bang on the bottom of the bucket like a drum, and they would just come in after they heard the drum. Well, my dogs got so sick and tired of chasing the deer because they could never get one. They would lay there and pretend like they were sleeping, but they would have one eye just a little bit cracked. Like they thought they were tricking somebody. So the deer would have their head down. They would be eating the corn, but they'd have one eye on the dog, knowing the dog was trying to trick them. Like it was the most stupid thing I've ever seen in my life. Like,
but it was entertaining.
Both groups thought they were smarter than the other one. And I'm just like, oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh. It kind of like that Looney Tunes where the sheepdog and coyote they would be enemies during the day.
But in the beginning, they would both punch in and say hello to each other and mention each other by name. Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Sam. Hey, Ralph.
And you notice in that skit, that film of that animation, it's nothing personal. Everything that the sheepdog is doing, everything that the coyote, it's nothing. They're both punching in. Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? It's nothing personal. Each one is doing what they're supposed to do.
Morning, Ralph.
Hey, good morning, Ralph. Hey, good. Oh, God.
My dogs wanted nothing to do with chasing deer. But
a chocolate lab chasing a deer, they're done for the rest of the day. They're done. They're done for the rest of the day. They're just fucking laying there. Their only concern is food and water. That's it. Right. That's the only reason why they're gonna get up. That's it.
I lived on a river. They might be so tired, they might have to go lay down in the river. But it was so funny. They would lay there, and they would fake like they were sleeping, but they'd have one eye cracked open. Like, if I can see that, you don't think a fucking deer can see that? Like, who the fuck do you think you're tricking? Oh.
And that's the one thing I know because of my mom's oldest brother, my beloved Uncle Henry, who was an avid camper, an avid hunter. I told the story before where I'm at his house. He's gone for the weekend in Georgia hunting. I'm there with my oldest cousin, and he told me I needed something, and my uncle had an office. So I walk into his office. It's pitch black. I turn on the light. As soon as I turn on the light, I fell on my ass. How startled I was. I turn on the light, and all of a sudden there's this duck swooping down right on me. Like, what the fuck? I fell right back on my ass. And because of my uncle, I learned a lot about labs, and I learned a lot about deer. That's why you know your hypothesis, your theory as far as like Dale hunting deer. Either he is really lucky, or he's really good at what he does. Because my uncle, again, he was an avid hunter. He always knew what he was doing. He only had one buck in that house. There was only one. There was plenty of duck and other things, but he only had one buck in that house. And he had those dogs so well trained that he would shoot a duck, and the duck would land in the water. He would send the lab in the water, and just by hand signals, he would tell the dog where to go. The dog would go down, grab the duck, come right back out, come right to shore. But the thought of a lab going after a deer is fucking hysterical, because as soon as the deer sees him or her, male or female, it doesn't matter what it is, as soon as they see that lab just move an inch, they've already launched. I mean, think about the launch that a fucking deer has. They already have, what, a 20-foot start on them? Because as soon as the deer fucking launches, it's already past 12 feet. They fucking launched, and the dog's trying to go after them.
You know,
it sounds fucking hysterical.
I'll tell you something I learned from bow hunting. Deer usually go backwards before they go forward.
I'm completely ignorant.
Well, like you just said about how they launch, their first step is not forward. When they get startled, they go back and then they launch.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That is fucking hysterical. Holy shit. Oh.
Do you know the story about the Kennel Command?
Oh my God. Oh my, yes. Kennel. Oh shit. But they listened. They listened.
I could look at my dogs, just pretend like I was all pissed off, make a mean face and scream, "Kennel!" And they would just be like, "Yeah, bro. What's up?" And to get them to run to their kennels, I would have to say, "Kennel! Kennel! Kennel!" Which is KKK. But the reason I did that is because if any home invader or intruder knew my command and he said it once, the dogs would ignore him.
Oh God. Now the uncle that I spoke of, the labs that he had, he created. He poured. I don't know how large it was. It could have been 10 by 10, 12 by 12. But he poured a slab of concrete and then he surrounded it with a 6-inch chain link fence. It could have been more than that.
6 foot.
Well, his logic was, which it made sense. He kept them in there because the concrete and them moving around, it always kept their claws short because they're constantly grinding on it. He never had to clip. He never had to clip them, ever.
Right. I never had to clip my dog's nails.
That's the thing. Those of you that have dogs and you keep your dog indoors and you don't either let them out frequently or you don't walk them frequently, their fucking nails grow like fucking weeds. Weeds. Oh shit. Oh my God, Jay, that story in the fucking deers, that's great. As soon as we're done, I gotta call up my cousin who's all the way in Valdosta, Georgia. Because that's his father, my uncle. And I gotta tell him, dude, you gotta hear this story about my friend and his fucking labs and the deer. He is gonna love it. Love it.
And the rabbit.
Oh my God, and the rabbit, holy shit. He's gonna fucking die.
The dogs never even got involved. They're like, "Father's gone mad."
Yeah. Holy shit.
But we're not getting involved in this. Father's gone mad. He might give us a beating.
And they're just laying there, look.
Right. Yes. I'm telling you. Dogs were smart. They knew how to stay out of my way.
Oh my God.
It reminds me, some people own dogs. My mom, who I love dearly, of course, because she's my mom.
Oh my God.
She battled fleas very recently this is really embarrassing because my mom likes to make fun of hillbillies. My mom really thinks she's somebody. My mom had a flea infestation in her fucking condo, and everybody's seen pictures of it because she's been doxxed. It's worth $800,000.
Oh.
But it was infested with fleas for damn near 10 months because she's such a pinhead. She didn't handle it right. Like, my mom is afraid to call me and get my advice because she knows I'm not gonna be nice. I'm gonna tell her what to do, and I'm gonna tell her the right way to do it, and this is how you do it. Do it my way. Don't be stupid. Listen to me now, or you're gonna hear me later, because that's the way I operate. So my mom didn't call me. My mom goes on fucking Facebook. Oh, we've got fleas. How do you guys think we should? Right. Oh.
Use lemon juice. Yeah, use lemon juice. That'll work out great. Meanwhile, her floor and her carpet are you know, for some reason she has black streaks. Well, yeah, you use lemon. You use sugar.
Let me preface the story how my mom's house got infested with fleas. She's going on vacation this summer, and she's going to visit 2 friends up north. And my mom's got plenty of money to put her stupid little dog in the kennel. But she thought, well, I'll just do people some favors, and then when I go up north to visit, you know, Lisa and Rachel, they'll owe me a favor and they'll watch my dog. So my mom was running a fucking illegal fucking kennel at her condominium, all to save a week's worth of boarding when she's going up north, trying to make friends, watching other people's dogs for free. You know how fucking stupid that is to watch when you now poor people do stupid things. Like if you're poor and you know, like, look, I'm going away for a week, I can't afford to put my dog in a kennel. You know, maybe if I watch the neighbor's dog when they go away, they'll watch my dog when I go away. I get that. You're poor. You can't afford it. My mom's not poor. My mom did all this to herself. She brought these strange dogs of people that she thought were her friends, thinking that they would do her a favor when she goes on vacation this summer. So she winds up loading her house up with fucking fleas. Oh. And then doesn't call me, because I never had fleas. Never. My dog's never had fleas. I've never dealt with fleas in my life. So, anyway, and the irony behind this is my mom grew up somewhat privileged up in the suburbs of Michigan, suburbs of Detroit. She's definitely a privileged lady. You know, and she talks down, you know, somewhat to, you know, to hillbilly folk and urban folk. Let's just leave it at that. You know, I'm like, for fucking Christ's sake, rednecks that don't have 2 nickels to rub together don't have fleas in their house for 2 months like you did, Mom. You're a fucking moron. Oh.
Jay, the more you talk about your mom, it reminds me of my mom. My mom had, I'll never forget it. It's same scenario. She had a skipper key. Now, skipper key, when you look at that dog, it looks like a small baby bear, right?
Or a
And
bat.
those dogs were known, as far as like Belgium, they would have them on their ships, and
For
they
the
would get
fog.
rid of all. They would get rid of all the vermin.
No, they put them on
And
the front of the ship for the fog because they never stopped barking and nobody would run into the ship.
so my mom had this skipper key, and
Dogs don't shut up.
constant fucking fleas. I would go to her house. I sit down, and all of a sudden, I thought she had mosquitoes in the fucking house. What the fuck is this? These are fucking fleas. Mom, what's going on? And my mom likes to vacation. She likes to travel. Does the same thing. The same thing. And it's like, Mom, I mean, you know, you've got the money. You know,
Right.
why don't you put the dog in a kennel or take it to, you know, Aunt what's her name? I have an aunt that has actually has a farm, and she knows what she's doing with animals. Never thought to drop the dog off to her. Never thought of it for some goddamn reason. And I'm like, Mom, what the hell is this? I mean, my mom has the money, just like you know your mom. I mean, my mom just recently talked to me because she still works. She's like, you know, I'm gonna retire. I think I'm gonna retire this year. I'm gonna buy a Tesla. And you still got fleas?
Right.
Come on, Mom. I mean,
Right.
listen. If your mom and my mom were to meet, the Weather Channel would talk about it. Okay, so we'll just leave it at that.
You know what my mom said to me? I took Benny off the flea pill because I heard it wasn't good for the dog. What? Okay, you know, I mean, I think heartworm pill is bullshit. Dogs are only going to live to be 12 or 13 anyway. The heartworm pill is fucking stupid. But anyway, she took her dog off the flea pill, which in Florida is a bad idea. So anyway, you know, I would have handled it like a military operation. The minute my house got infested with fleas, that dog would have been off to the fucking groomer, gotten a flea dip, stayed at the groomer while I bug bombed the house. And that dog wouldn't be coming back to the house until I got the flea pill from the vet. That's how you would handle that situation. Okay. Dog's going to the groomer. Dog's getting flea dipped. Dog staying at the groomer. I'm bombing the house with bug bombs. And then I'll go pick up the dog after the vet gives me a new supply of flea pills. Boom! You got fleas for a week, if that. Maybe less. 3-4 days. Because fleas cannot live without a host animal. So the minute you take the dog to the groomer or the kennel and say this dog needs to be flea dipped, the fleas that are already in your house are going to die naturally. You really don't even need to bug bomb the house. That's just going overkill, like I would. Because I think like a military person. I'm going to do everything overkill. Whereas these soft-hearted women do everything on an underkill. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Jay, you and I had a similar look. I love her. You know, she's the love of my life, my wife. We had a similar conversation about the above ground pool. And you know, God bless her. She's like, fuck you. I got an above ground pool. She's done all the research. And we're putting it up and everything, and I'm like, honey, and then I start to look around, and honey, this fucking pool is huge.
I know. I like that.
We gotta take out this tree stump, and we need to put up a fence because we plan on putting up a fence. We gotta do all this first before we put up the above ground pool. It's sitting here in my house. There's a huge box in the middle of the fucking living room with an above ground pool because we got all this shit to do. And it's one of those things. I feel your pain. Sometimes you have to be vocal, and then sometimes you're like, you know what? It is what it is. Forgive me for saying the phrase, it is what it is.
I'm good.
And so, honey, we got to take out this tree stump. We got to put up the fence. Then we'll concentrate on this, and we'll have Jay over.
You know, I can't wait for that because from the sounds of it, the pool deck where you can stand up and walk around is going to be right up on the neighbor's yard. I'll let the hair on my back really grow in good. I'll come over in my Speedo, and we'll get a half gallon of Captain Morgan, and I'll just go after a few drinks. I'll go over there by the fence, and I'll be looking down at the neighbor. Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going?
Oh my God.
Be like having Uncle Buck over. Uncle Buck in your neighborhood, in your backyard pool.
Listen, Uncle Buck is one of the greatest American movies ever made. It just is. One of the greatest ever. That scene where his brother calls him up. He's like, hey, the wife and I are leaving, man. We need you to, you know. And he just, the phone's ringing. He's just hung over as fuck. Look on his face. You've woken the dead. Oh, God. That's just one scene in that movie. I love that scene when they wake him up out of his sleep. The wife doesn't want him over whatsoever. she, well, what about my brother? Your brother? Oh my God. Yeah, Buck, you know, what's her name and I, we got to go out of town and, what car was he driving in that movie? There was a huge car he was driving in that movie. It may have been an old Cadillac or an old Buick or an old Pontiac. It was a huge fucking car, land yacht. Love it. Oh.
I'm thinking more Olds Delta 88.
Oldsmobile Delta 88.
Oh.
And he knew when that car would backfire. He just knew. He dropped off the Nice at fucking high school. Boom! Oh, shit. Great American movie.
Yeah, and then that scene when his niece goes missing, and he calls his girlfriend, who wants nothing to do with him, and she's like, "Bob, you're a loser. You're at the track. What the fuck are you doing? Why are you calling me?" And he says, "She's gone. I need help." She's there like that.
Motherly instincts. Motherly instincts.
Right.
She at that moment she realized, okay, it's not about him. It's about this child. I'm there.
That's one of my favorite parts of the movie.
It's about the child, and boom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. So, I've been on for over an hour and a half. I got to get going. I got to get back to domestics. Father, you're on the right track. We love you. You're doing very well. Beer, no cigarettes. God bless you. But anyway, nephews, sons, I got a lot of work to do tomorrow. Everything tomorrow is dedicated to something that for right now will remain nameless, but I got a lot of work to do tomorrow. Anyway, Jay, love you. I gotta go, man.